Okay, so I've pulled the windsock off now, and I'm holding on to the microphone. And what we're going to do now is go ahead and plug in the lapel mic. Hey guys, Jeremy here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Movo microphone. This isn't the microphone, this is the microphone. So you're getting the audio from my mouth all the way up to the backside of my ear here. So this is a really good audio. I love the way that Movo works, and I love the clarity that it also gives. So what I want to do for you today is I want to show you the microphone. You can hear the audio coming from it right now. I am not going to do any editing on the audio. I'm just going to give you raw audio because what I want to do is give you a couple of examples of the microphone itself. I also want to do a little bit of work with the lapel mic, and then I want to show you what the digital display is on here and how to work some of the functions that are available. So halfway through here, I'm going to switch over to another microphone that I got right here, a condenser mic, and so you're going to hear just a little bit of a change. But before we get there, I wanted to use the Movo mic and show you what you get in the box. And then we're also going to talk about setup. I'm going to give you a couple of different examples of what it sounds like. Then we're also going to go outside and we're going to test the windsock. It's a super windy day, and so we're going to see how things work with that. So first off, you do get the transmitter, and then you also get a receiver. Now, I want to stop right here for just a moment because when Movo sent this to me for this review, I had really requested a lapel mic. And so they did send me the lapel mic, but what they sent me was a device that's going to connect to my DSLR mirrorless camera. And what I was really wanting was something that's going to connect to my phone. So I've got a whole bunch of stuff here that we're not going to review, but I do want to show you stuff that they do send you with the WXM Movo mic. It's a WXM WMX-2 is what that is. And so what they send you with that is the receiver, which is going to connect to your mirrorless camera, your Sony ZV-1 perhaps. We're not going to be doing that today, but they do send you that. They also send you the transmitter. They also will send you a lapel mic. Then they also do have the cables. There's a charge cable so that you can charge your transmitter and your receiver. And then they also do give you a connecting cable from your camera to the receiver. So these three things right here are all going to connect together. And then they also give you a couple of windsocks, and then camera to your microphone. This is going to be your cell phone to your microphone. Now, I did not want all of that stuff. They also do give you a charging case for your transmitter and your receiver. Because I did not want all that stuff, and I didn't want to use my DSLR camera because I got a pretty good microphone for that, I requested that they send me a different receiver, a USB-C receiver that I can plug into my Samsung S23, and that's what we're using now. And I'm going to show you that once we switch over to the next microphone. So what I'm going to do is pop this off here, and we're going to continue using it. Now, probably what's going to be best if I was going to use it with a windsock. I'm going to do that when we go outside. But this does have gain on it. So there's going to be 6 different gain volumes on here, and it's going to be easy to change the gain volume right here. So you got a power button, and it's also a mute button. Now, I'm not going to mute this just because you know that what a mute does, and mute just makes it so that you can't hear what I'm saying. But the other buttons here are going to be a plus and a minus on your gain. So you do have a digital readout here of your battery, and it also gives you your microphone volume. And then you can also see that there is some covering up the mic, I'm sorry. But you can also see when you talk, it is showing the gain on the microphone itself. So that's a pretty neat feature. So what I'm going to do is just go through those gains for you just a little bit, okay? So this is gain number 3. And if I was to be using this, I'd either use it on my hat or I would put it right here on my my shirt, which is going to be really right close to my vocal cord. So it's going to be a pretty good reception. So I'm about 6-8 inches from the microphone right now. We're going to go drop it down to a 2. So this is what a 2 sounds like. And then we have a 1 on the gain. And then if we go lower, that's a 0. And I don't know if you're hearing anything out of 0. We're going to go ahead and go back up. So we are at 0, and then we're going to go ahead and click 1. So this is 1, test number 1, and test number 2, test number 2, test number 3 on the gain, and then we're going to work our way up to 4, and then this is gain number 5, and then finally we have gain number 6. Now, I had it set on gain number 4 because we were doing some videos out in the vehicle, and it was just super loud. You was able to hear the air conditioning. You was able to hear the wind blowing outside. It was just picking up everything. So because we are going to be going outside, I'm going to go ahead and drop this back down to a 4. And then the next thing that I want to show you here is how you can just, even on the fly, you can go ahead and plug in a lapel mic. And now with the lapel mic, they do give you a lapel clip. If I wanted to clip that onto my shirt, like so. And wearing a black shirt, it makes it almost invisible. So really nice to be able to switch those things on the fly. So I could unplug this and you'd still be able to listen to the audio just fine. Now what I could do with this, if I didn't want to stick this up on my hat, I could just stick this down in my pocket, which would be super nice. And another thing that they give you here is a little weight, right? A little weight. So if you are taking your cable and you're putting it down inside your shirt, you can put this on the cable and it will actually hold it down for you so that it doesn't creep up and it doesn't feel uncomfortable and it's just not in the way. So that's super handy to have that, to drop that down through your shirt, and then you can just put that into your pocket. Okay, so on the Movo transmitter, and that's what the TX stands for, is transmit. On the other one, it does say RX or receiver, and this is what I'm using for my receiver right now for my Samsung S23. So that's working out real good. You just plug that into the charge port, and then there is an LED light right here that will turn on when it is connected, which is absolutely flawless. Now, on the side here, what we have is our gain, which is a negative gain and a plus gain, and that was going to go through the 6 volume figures here that I showed you. So you're just going to single press those and you can see up to a 6. So I just want to leave it at it. There's that belt clip, works really nice. There's a charge port. So you could use that charge port right there just to charge that individually, or you can use the Movo charge case and you can charge it just like that. So completely up to you, whatever's most convenient in your book. Or long press your set button. Then you're going to get in some different features. You're going to get your input, which says mic in, and then when you push it again, you get your mic gain, which is 5 of 6. We've already showed you that. You push it again, you got your mute. You're going to hit your LCD sleep, which is going to go off in order to preserve battery while you're using it for an extended period of time. And then you got your connect, which is search. Now, so that's what I had to use this search feature in order to connect it to my my receiver here. And it wasn't a big deal. You're just going to, again, you're going to long press, and then you're going to go through the search, long press your search, and then it's going to look for a receiver, okay? And then once it gets connected, you're going to be smooth and ready to go. And it's just got 2 little prongs right here, just these 2 little prongs, and it's going to go right over your microphone, and then this is where you're going to plug in for your lapel mic. Okay, so I wanted to show you this here. There's that search up there. I pushed the search button, so it is searching for something to connect to. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to disconnect from the from this mic, and we're going to connect to this mic and make sure that everything is smooth, okay? And that should make a pretty good size difference right there. So I got the wind to my back right now, and I actually have the in my pocket. I keep pushing buttons. I think I'm on a 5 right now, 5 for the gain. We'll go back down to the 4 since the microphone is so close to my voice box, but that's what it sounds like. So I'm going to start making my way back up, and wind is really whipping through here. I'm not sure if you can hear the wind. Oh, there you go. I'm sure you're getting a good dose of wind right now. Ain't nothing I can do about that. So if you're doing a video outside in the wind, the windsock is surely going to make a big difference. It's not going to make all the difference in the world, so I would suggest that you just turn away from the wind, and when you turn away from the wind, you should be able to get a pretty good reception through that. Just have your camera on the other side of you, and then you should be good to go.